Hi, this is Spence from LaunchFlows. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up an upsell product when whatever plugin you're using requires an extra field to be filled out as part of adding the product to the cart. This happens most often with popular plugins like the WooCommerce Teams for Memberships plugin or the Learn-Groups plugin. They essentially allow you to create a team name when you're in the process of selecting what you want to buy. Now, there's many other plugins that do the same thing, so you can apply this to those as well. Here, all we've needed to do is we created a hybrid blank page where we included 3 parts. At the top, I added my call to action, wait before you go. In the middle, I've got the normal output of the single product page that creates the team product, including the necessary field names. And then below, I've got my alternative, no thanks, I don't want it. Because I'm using WP Fusion, I'm also able to assign tags based upon whether somebody has viewed the page, whether somebody has actually added the product to cart and purchased, or whether they've said no thanks. When they do, it's a simple matter of sending it to the checkout, Spence's team, add to cart, and in this particular case, it'll be thrown to the product checkout that I designated. Here, it's just a standard checkout. I've done nothing special, but you'll notice that the product is there. Let's look at how I built this. If we go back for a second, all I've done is used Elementor to make the 3 pieces work together. Before I did that, I created the Teams Upsell product using the Teams for WooCommerce Memberships plugin. Here I named the product and I gave it a simple product designation, although this could be a subscription or whatnot. In this case, because it's virtual access, I give it virtual, downloadable, and I use the team membership option, which revealed the various configuration items here. It also is what turns on that field that I have to fill out to name the team. With LaunchFlows, you want to be sure to actually choose the checkout page where you want this product to be sent, and optionally you might want to use either a global or a specific thank you page. And I also included in this case the instant sales page. In the event that somebody ever wanted to go back upstream and look at the product, this removes a lot of the extra fluff around the product so they don't see things like other upsells or downsells or normal WooCommerce template things. Now that I've got the product set up, I also want to go ahead and configure the tagging. In most cases, although your setup might differ, you want to at least add a purchase tag from WP Fusion so we'll know when the person has purchased the product, and use this for other things like access and visibility. So just by way of example, I've added a tag that's very literal, purchase team upsell product. This will be the tag that will let me know that somebody obviously accepted the product. If I wish, I can also put other tags on the page itself. And I can do that by editing the page and using WP Fusion. I could just go ahead and choose visibility here and say if somebody comes to this page, I can give them a tag. Apply tags when the user views this page, and so forth. I'm not going to worry about that too much because all I care about is whether somebody has actually clicked and bought it or if they've said no. Now, on the actual editing of Elementor, I've also dropped in 2 other items. So let's take a look at that. Here, I've used the regular title widget of Elementor to add the call to action, or at least what I'll call the call to action, the wait before you go. So I've added a full width section and just used the heading widget, typed it out, made it look the way I want with style. In the middle, I used the pages widget, and that's available in Elementor Pro, or there are various free ways to do that with shortcodes. Simply go ahead and type in pages if you have Elementor Pro. You drag in the WooCommerce pages widget. I chose the product, single product page for this Teams upsell. Then finally, I use the LaunchFlows upsell widget. So if you type LaunchFlows and you go down, we use this widget here, and then I configured it as follows. I put in the accept product ID of the place I wanted to send somebody. Well, in this case, I'm not actually using it, but it would have been the same product ID for our Teams upsell. However, the important part is what happens when they click the decline. There I put the page ID of this custom checkout page that I had created. If you're not sure how to get the page ID, simply edit the page and you will always see it in the URL above, 45085. Really simple. I put that into the decline page ID because that's what's going to be the URL where somebody sent if they click no thanks. Now I can also add the decline tags. In this case, if I had pre-made them, I would give something like decline upsell or upsell decline. Whatever you want your tag to be, you can separate them with a comma and you can add more than one. In this case, I only need one. And now I'll know if somebody clicks the decline. I'll also know if somebody adds to cart. And I also want to do the last thing, which is the normal upsell widget has these additional pieces in place which allow you to see things that we've already got. So for example, hide image, hide title, hide price. I don't need to see the image. I don't need to see the title. I've already got it. I don't need to see the price. And I don't need to even see the accept button. All I need to see is just the decline link. So now I've got the piece I want to complement the regular part of it. I click update and we're good to go. When we look at the actual final result, we've got something that allows us to send the person where we want them to go, whether they accept the offer or not. Now, in the event that you wanted to send somebody to a downsell offer, it's really simple. All you need to do is change the LaunchFlows widget to show the page that you'd like them to see as a downsell offer. So instead of taking them on to the checkout page, we would take them on instead to, let's say, another product offer. And it's that simple.